welcome back to Foxx Plays. So, we're here just about to finish up with whatever it is that we're doing. Getting bags of spice, that's what we're doing. Getting bags of spice. You can see the watcher now is not moving. And it seems as though it's turned off. That's because it totally is. Fortunately, like everything else in Thief, you can deal with whatever the situation is. Well, I shouldn't say like everything else, because it's not actually true. Mostly true. But like you can shut them off. There's a switch for it right here. Usually there's a switch for them, or failing that, you could always just blow them up with a fire arrow, which I think is super fun. You don't ever really have to like play according to the like. You never have to be a ghost in this game. Well, you do. There's at least one mission in this game where you are almost exclusively doing that. So yeah, aside from one time, you never have to be a ghost in this game, which I really like. Contrast it against perhaps the way that Thief 3 plays, and by extension, New Thief. You never really have to be like. If you know how to overcome the obstacle, it is well within your means to, like, overcome that obstacle. If there's consequences, then there's consequences, but, like, it's not impossible. You know, you can always stand a chance. You can always find some kind of workaround, which I really like. And in fact, I would argue it's one of the reasons that these games are not only so memorable, but they're so replayable as well.
What's that?
I don't think any more guards come through this way. There is one way at the other end, and I want to deal with him because I'm going to go break a bunch of glass, and I don't want him getting mad. There he is.
Thought I saw something.
Ah, you did. It was me. We're gonna dump you over here. Yay! And the body's been dumped. Now we get to go on a boat. On a boat, motherfucker. Don't you ever forget. Whoever this Captain Davidson guy is. It's funny, the boat also has a code on it, like the other warehouses did.
Captain Davidson's cargo ship. He's a shady guy. The smuggling and piracy.
You can see it, it's right there. 73620. It has a code. It's not a useful code. You can't do anything with it. But it's got one nonetheless, damn it. Okay. Let's go knock this poor bastard out. See if he's looking at me. He's got a bag of spice on his person. And then there's... Yeah, you hear me. Oh, there's two of them! Shit! Yay, I found a secret. Let's see here. Yeah, there we go. Just cut all these things down. There's a way to open this. I don't know how. It should be open right now, in fact. Oh, I know how to open. Never mind. There's a way to open it. Oh, also, as a side note, like, I ran through all of Thief 1, or at least most of Thief 1, you know, whilst carrying, the sword that I stole, you know, the, it's both of them. You know, the sword that I stole from Constantine's mansion, you know, it was a special sword because in it, like, normally when you're hanging out in darkness like this, like you can see my light gem down at the bottom, it doesn't, it's like I'm in pure darkness, but when I move, instead of moving around and it just being pure no change, while the sword's out, like I light up a little bit, and that's because my sword is basically giving like a reflection or something. You know, some like excuse for me carrying my sword makes me more visible. And the black sword that you get from Constantine doesn't do that. And that's why it was special, you know, that's why it was magic. Interestingly enough, Garrett doesn't use it in this game. I don't know why. He just doesn't. I guess he figured like it had long since gone out of style. But I don't get the benefit of that throughout the course of this entire game. Don't know what he did with it. I mean, there's really not much explained with what Garrett did with anything, really. Like, in Thief 3, the eye, you know, the gemstone that, like, half the game was centered around stealing, like, that doesn't, like, Garrett doesn't hold on to it. In Thief 3, it shows up in a goddamn museum because reasons. I don't know why it's there, it just is. And you have to go steal it again. Which, I mean, is, as far as I'm concerned, a little bit counterproductive. You know, you have to go steal the damn thing a second time. But, like, it never really is explained what he did with it. Like, why doesn't he have it anymore? And the same is, you know, same goes for all the rest of his stuff. Like, what did he do with the black sword? Did he just, like, throw it away? I don't know. It's never explained. I would actually rather like it to have been, to be honest. Instead, like I said, you know, this game, it almost leaves a lot up for the imagination as far as its story is concerned. Like, you know, I mean, obviously there are no good guys in this game. You know, like the sheriff, you know, the sheriff that you are having troubles with, you know, he's corrupt and, you know, basically, you know, he's basically evil. You know, like the mechanists are not the saints they cut themselves out to be. You know, like it's kind of like that sort of repeated dark theme of like untrustable people within the city. You know, I mean, it fits the game world, of course, but almost it's fairly noticeable that like there's no such thing as a good guy. Those just don't exist within Thief. Which again, like, it fits its theme. Oh, good. There we go, okay. For a moment there, I thought I was about to have a crisis. Let's see, did I get all the bags of spice? Alright, oh, awesome. We get to run away now. Yay! Run away, flee! We get to go do the next mission. Which is super fun. Actually, it's the first mission, at least that I know of, that puts a mandate on you that you can't knock anybody out. At least on expert, because I gotta go frame one of the sheriffs. So like the real story starts like kicking in full swing now. The sheriff's like right hand man, I have to go frame him. Make it look like he commits a crime that he didn't commit. Oh, yeah, that was something, I don't know if I finished my thought on this, but if I did, I'm sorry, I'm gonna repeat myself. So, like, in Thief 1, you know, all of the missions were clearly story-driven. You know, like, everything was related directly to the story as it progressed. In this one, like, I mean, they come from a different core design philosophy, because in this one, they didn't even come up with a story until after they'd done making all of the levels. So, like, instead of the way that they had made Thief 1, where they kind of had like a story, and they made the levels, and then like they kind of were working in tandem. Let's go look at my stats. 7 out of 18. Oh, I didn't pick nearly enough pockets. How much gold did I get? What the loot? Oh, almost all of it. I missed 150 somewhere. Oh, sad times. But so like the Thief 2's missions are like really big and really sprawling, and then you can kind of gum at them from any angle that you want, and they're really awesome. Like the levels are just like the best. But like because they made all their levels first and then tried to make a story fit them, you know, the story itself is more like a driving motive for each level that you go to, almost. Like, it's almost more story-driven than Thief 1 is, but at the same time, the story is almost a little bit like, it meanders around, and it kind of doesn't make sense, and a lot of questions are unanswered, and it's kind of a mess. Okay, well, I'm gonna go do the framed mission now. Oh, look at that, framed. I go, oh, Jesus, look at all that stuff. Anyway, I'll pick this up next time, and I'll see you then.